What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the fire that is Pokemon Luminous Land. In the last episode, we did some digging around and found a server report where Apex seems to be doing something very suspicious, and their undermine of what they're doing is coming under question. In this episode, we are going to aim to get. Okay. Oh. Okay, never mind. We're not getting a gym badge this episode. So we need to go to this Apex building. Doors locked. Something is suspicious. A friend's waiting in the western section. Okay. I mean, I guess we might as well explore while we go to see our friend. Do. There. Let's speed up a little bit. Oh God. This way. This way. Hello, are you the friend? No. You the friend? Oh, it is! Oh, hello, Fire. It's me, Sidra. Have you seen Chai anywhere? He was supposed to be... Right, we're not in Twilight, so I shouldn't have told you. Sorry. Actually, can you follow me for a minute? I'm not going to do anything bad to you. I'm too myth right now to do that. Let's go to the east of the city. Nobody can hear us. Okay, so here's the deal. You're technically on our side, right? You don't like all of Apex plans for this region. I need your help. Apex Alexandria City HQ is near completion, and we're trying to delay it as safely as we can, of course. Kind of a big deal, right? Sure. Exactly. So what? I ask you why? Why did Chastel vanish like he always does? I don't know how he expects me and my Pokemon to carry out this critical mission on our own. Listen, you're an operative, but I really need your help. We're here to stall construction for a bit, because any hindrance to Apex means Fabio's safer for longer. The plan is foolproof. I drafted myself, or at least I would say foolproof if Chateau doesn't skip off to whatever. Hey, don't look at me like that. It is foolproof. This time Topaz helped me out. It's a quick job, involving no injuries, no damages. You want Apex as much as the rest of us, yeah? Is it legal? Obviously. We do plan to fix what we do once we delay them for a remodeling. Okay, I get it. You don't want to help. Was it stupid of me to ask all of this in the first place? For I know you're planning to snitch on me. This entire operation is bungled. What's Topaz gonna think of me now? Fire, there's one more try, please. Can you help us? Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. Here's the plan. We have a few Vortubs hidden nearby to drain power from the construction site in a while. That'll cut the cameras and our workers will be on break at the time, so they won't be around to see us either. During a blackout, you and I will sneak on site and temporarily borrow as many tools as we can. After the bell rings for the workers to return to work, I command the Voltubs to let the power turn back on, and we skedaddle. Obviously, Chai was initially meant to help me with this, but equally obviously, he blew me off. So it's our jobs to get in there and snag as many jacks, hammers, and jackhammers as we can. Now come on, no time to lose. Apex site is down the stairs right in front of us. Let me register myself in your Pokegear for easy contact. Now we're prepared. Let's get this show on the road. Now the jack. A jackhammer. Hammer. Saw. And a bucket. I think that'll do. Quick, meet me back next to the grocer in the east of the city. Oh, uh-oh. It just makes me so angry! Isn't it ridiculous? Topaz. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Why would Agate end business with the previous maintenance crew we had? Their work was lightning fast and flawless, too. Uh-huh. Wasn't he meant to be surveying their work and calling them back afterwards? The only issue was the work was a few stray aquatic Pokemon getting stuck in the machinery. But that's not the crew's fault. It's a very massive turning metal gear system. Very hard to miss. Plus, none of them died. Yeah, definitely. I have a mind and half a mind to think that he isn't right for his job at all. Hey Topaz, you don't think he's shirking his work, right? That's crazy. That settles it. When he does his little review, I'm going to be right there to make sure he's doing it right. And if he slips up again, I'll be happy to take the position of vice president out of his unworthy mitts. 100%. Thank you for listening, Topaz. Glad to know that there's someone here that can do their job, right? Yeah, I agree. Okay, come on out, Chai. Chai, I see you hiding behind that plant. Honestly, I don't know how anyone could miss you. Come on out already. Hi. Fire? Come in, Sidra. This is Topaz. Wherever you are, abort mission. Repeat, abort mission. Our bystander has wit... A substitute? What do you mean a substitute? Sidra, we went over this. You know what? Let's talk about this at the base. Over and out. Oh, Fire. I really didn't want to get you involved with us to this extent. Let me be the first to apologize about this whole ordeal. Wait, did you actually collect the tools? Well, thank you very much. They're very helpful. Let's discuss this later. Now we should leave. I'll be heading back to the base. I'll escort you off the premises before the workers arrive. Guess I'm in trouble, huh? Remember to meet me back near the grocer, okay? Right nearby where we met. Up before we took under this mission. I think Chai is with the Apex Corporation. I just have a feeling. Aren't you here? Do. That's the way we were. There you are. Nope. Are you? Oh no. There you are. Where are you? Grocer? Where's the grocer? Okay, cool. Where are you? I need to look this up. I know where to go now. That's annoying. This way. Whoop. Aha. There you are. Well, we got the mission complete, right? Results don't lie, and it sure feels validating. I'm sure Topaz will understand what I was thinking. Chai would probably be acting all smug right now if he knew Topaz got married. On that note, he's still not here. What am I talking about? Chai is the reason I was so worried about this operation failing. He's the reason so many of our plans don't work out as intended. And now, on the most important one of all, he's off doing who knows what. Octo circled the entire city and didn't catch a single glimpse. So she just gave up. For all we know, he still isn't even on his way. You know what? Next time I see him, I'm gonna really give him a piece of my... Yo, Sidro! Hi, Chital. Oh man, am I late for the plan? Sorry, I was busy. I owe you one. You owe me around 20 at this point. What was that? Nothing. Oh, when Topaz asked about our work on the plan, you'll cover for me again, right? Come on, I was working on some important business. You're my buddy, right? We admins have to stick together, right? You wouldn't leave me out to dry after all I said, right? Dude, back off. What's your problem? You're not even a full recruit. Mind your business. Fine, I'll cover for you. Please, just leave me alone now. Oh no, Sidro, did I upset you? I think we should talk about it. Get out of my way, Satal. Ooh. You know, you sure seem to be enjoying popping up when you're not needed. Could have handled the situation clearly and quickly if you hadn't gotten involved. I suggest you keep your head out of matters that don't concern you. Yep, you are a traitor. Hello, Fire. Please meet me back at Route 5 base as soon as possible. Don't forget, it's right next to that big, fancy lakeside house. Click. We fly it. We can. I know where we're going. Okay. Oh, come on. What a sniper. Where do I go again? I haven't. I did route. Oh! Did I go too far? Yeah, I think I went too far. Yeah, it's here. What's up, Topaz? Hello. Hey, Fire. Please join the huddle. We're not trying to keep you too long. So, we established that Sidro, in a complete disarray of negligence, allowed Fire to participate in a highly sensitive and dangerous plan that could have gone wrong countless ways. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Sidro? Well, Fire has been involved with us before. Why is it such an issue that they were involved with the last operation? Aiding in a Pokemon battle and setting us a conversation are far different than breaking and entering and thievery. We were given the tools back eventually, though. Do you think that's really the point? Fire hadn't been briefed on this important mission. It was insane luck that nothing went wrong due to their involvement. You shouldn't have put your trust in a borderline stranger, kid. Sure, I was a little behind schedule, but that wasn't the solution. Aw, sweetie, you know how hard it's being the newbie. But you can't just make such big decisions when you don't have the experience. We must stay vigilant and cautious. Your actions put our entire team in jeopardy. This is a big time code of conduct violation. You're an admin. Sid, what are the grunts going to think if an admin isn't following the rules? This isn't something we can let you off the hook about. I'm sorry, but your punishment is necessary, I think. Precisely. Fire, I would like to ask if you. Excuse me. I don't see why we are letting this outsider say their piece on what's going on. Didn't this outsider have to get involved because you didn't show when it was time for the mission? Exactly what I was going to say. Your mistake was the first in a line of bad calls. Be quiet and let them speak. Do you have any input, Fire? That's believable. It was pretty loud. He'll definitely be getting consequences of his own for momentarily abandoning duty. But I don't see how specifics like that are relevant. Unless you're implying something. You said I was desperately asking for a plausible cause for the avalanche? What in the world are you on about? These things don't happen every day in Fabio, and your little pause could have been hurt. I was just curious. Sheesh! Why are you bringing this up? Hey! Where do you get off throwing out accusations like seeds at a dude? I agree. This is quite baseless right now. I hate to say it, but we can't rule it out. Yeah, if he really was pulled away by the avalanche, then why was he so close to Zernia in the first place? Zernia Town. I have a theory off the top of my head. He snuck in the mountain to see if Apex observation was still there. Fire caught him sneaking back out. Come on, what's with all the assumptions? Our base isn't far from Route 10. I heard the noise. I went to investigate. When you should have been in Alexandria preparing for the heist. These are compelling points, but I can't come to a conclusion without evidence. I suggest you find some. Hey, Fire, we better start combing those mountains, right? Come on, it'll take us a knockdown. What? Where do you think you're going? You're the one on trial here, not me. I invite you to leave your objections at the door, Chital. This isn't a courtroom. This should be. This should get the debacle wrapped up nice and neat. But listen closely. Sidro, if you don't find any evidence, you'll be punished severely. You know what? I'm so sure I'm innocent that I'll head out and help them look. No, you're going to stay right here until Sidro and Fire arrive back, empty-handed or otherwise. And if you sneak out, I'll have no choice but to warn the team that you've gone rogue. Meet me outside, Fire. Ready to find that evidence? Hell yeah! This is going to be a fun search, but we are at the northern tip of Regal Mountains. We have to start somewhere. Start from around from the top to bottom is as good at any point as any. You smell that? It also smells like something burned. That's absolutely abnormal. I think it's coming from the northwest. We should head in that direction. Come on, quick. The northwest. Oh, that's a ledge. Haha. Sunkern. Ooh, that is a Skarmory. Okay. Can't go that way. Nope, can't go that way. This way. Ew, good sound. What? Hey, what's going on? Those are Twilight Words. What are those Twilight Words doing? This wasn't discussed or authorized. Something suspicious. She's could have tried to have told us to do this nonsense sooner. Yeah, it's gotta be buried under a bunch of snow, and we're probably nowhere near it. Oh well, we could always try this way. Where'd you come from? And what are you doing here? There's some investigation. You two seem to be on a search of your own. Care to brief an admin about it? I figured we would have been told. Nothing important. I just dropped something in the snow. Something that's now under snow. It was heavy. In your uniforms. Didn't have time to change. Then let us help you look. No, no thank you. We don't need any help. Me and my helper insist. Why don't you start digging around in any snow you see, helper? She's not letting up. Blast it. He told us not to let anyone around here until we found him. And we're not going to break our word. Yeah, he'd turn us into a pope if we did. Sorry, Sidro, but you and your little buddy are gonna have to go. And forget you ever saw us, too. Or we'll make you. Oh boy, there is corruption in Team Twilight. Ooh, what is that? Switch. Actually, no. Nice damage. Ooh, I'm dead. Houseor. Ironhead. See ya. Fuck on new. No. He's gone. Shiftery and a Murkrow. Drill Peck? Ooh, sneaky.
Not the best guy to put out.
Told you. See ya. Very interesting choice. Adios. Not good. Real bad. Well, oh no, now what? There's no way we can stay in Twilight now. Chai's gonna flip his lid. We're out of here. Isn't that validating? Looks like Chai's been busy with his own group of cronies. I think it's worth thinking where they were looking, or where that's that rock. Would you mind? Used firework casing. Aha! That's the remains of one of their signal fireworks. We use them when we want to announce our appearance. Looks like it's packed away in snow. How much you want to bet that that was to dampen the sound and enhance the force of the pop? And you know, it'll be very strange for those grunts to be announcing their appearance in the middle of a barren, snowy mountain range, given the risk of an avalanche. Let's see try to explain this. Give me it, if you will. Be right back. Actually, I just really had to wipe my eye. Well, take some of these remains back with us. Now I have to make a call on the way back to the base. So try to keep quiet, okay? Let's head back, Noctowl. Welcome back, Fire. Huddle up, back up. Well, what have you got for us? Look at these. We found them in the northern mountains. Yep, definitely pieces of a spent firework casing. Your point? There's only one reason I can think of, of for these pieces being where they were. Obviously, Chateau set off a firework in the regional mountains with the express plan to cause an avalanche. You little... Why don't you prove it? How does this pertain to me? They're just stupid pieces of metal. You can find trash anywhere. Because two of your goons were trying to find it and remove it before someone else found it. Oh yeah? Why don't you name them? Huh? Name the goons. Describe them. Anything to prove that they were really there. I don't need to name them because You don't need to name them? Why withhold the information if you're clearly trying to bring me down? Folks, I think we've all been taken for a ride. Clearly her and her friend have carried out a stall tactic to try and get the heat off her for bundling our biggest mission yet. Hey, listen, if I may make a professional recommendation, she should be removed from active duty as soon as possible. Ideally, right now. Listen! Now, you're gonna interrupt your superiors? Topaz, just say the word, and I'll march this little... Let her speak. I wasn't done. Look what you can see when you put the pieces together. That's the Team Twilight insignia. Only part of it. It's sooty, but it's unmistakable. What is this all about? Listen! I'm positive that those hoodlums that were found by by Sidro and Fire went rogue and stole it from our catch. They're probably gonna ride us out to the cops or something. We have precious few signal fireworks, so a change in inventory would be noticeable. Who was in charge of inventory at that time again? I'll answer that for you. Sidro was it, if you remember. What? What are you implying?
Honey, can you explain how they got their hands on fireworks? Sid, aren't you trying to fame
Chai, are you? What reason do you have to do something like that? What reasons? She hates my guts. Probably because I showed up just before her and took the last admin spot that's worth anything. Who needs a dedicated planner on a team? That should be a group job, evident by her constantly failing to do it properly. She's just a kid who's in over her head, upset that she's gotten the most menial job on the crew, which she can't even do, and she simply shouldn't be here. Man, Sidro, I always knew you were unreliable, but I didn't expect you to stoop so low. Alright, Chai, if that's how you're gonna play, yeah, I was aware that the explosives were gone, and no, I didn't report it. Because Chateau bullied me into silence. He was the one that wanted that firework. I kept this quiet because I didn't want to sound weak as an admin, but yeah, he intimidated me into not telling. In fact, oh boy, Topaz, there's so much stuff I let slide because I was scared in the moment. No reason to keep pointing fingers, Sidro. Nobody with half a slowpoke's intellect will believe some naive newbie. Stop trying to shirk your... You want to talk about shirking? How about the plan that you were supposed to help me steal the girders for Apex Pagoli HQ before it's built, but you were no-show, and we had to improvise on the day. Is that why you had to do that ridiculous stunt at the ceremony? I wonder why we didn't strike earlier. What about the old man inside his house, when you were meant to help me draft the map, but disappeared, so it reflects badly on me? Chai didn't help at all, not even a word of advice. You poor dear. No wonder it came out so surely. No offense, of course. And finally, what about just recently, when you were off who knows where instead of helping me push back the construction of Apex's main hub? What do you think you're implying, Runt? I'm not implying, I'm saying that you are the source of my problems. Listen here, you puny troll. Fire, catch! Channel 4, if you don't mind. This is Dana Meadows coming to you with a breaking news report. Rangers have eventually found proof that human intervention was the leading cause for the recent avalanche in western Fabio. We're tuning in to Lori Altrick on the scene with an exclusive Channel 4 scoop. Thank you, Dana. So, Ranger, what made you believe that this was no incident? This right here, what I am holding, is part of a spent firework casing, more pieces of which have been found nearby. We haven't been able to find the rest of the pieces, but the footprints found here mean that the culprit likely found it and ran away with it. That's what we currently believe. Anyway, as you can see, this was part of the logo of the notorious Team Twilight. And to add to that, the scene nearby us is strongly believed to be the origin point of the avalanche. Snow and earth have been scorched, and a smell of gunpowder is in the air. We have come to the conclusion that the firework was packed into the snow and lit to blow, purely for the purpose of causing mayhem. How do we know this, you ask? Well, we found these two Twilight grunts trying to flee the scene, and after being caught and questioned, they revealed the information. Unfortunately, they're both unwilling and unable to give us much information on Twilight's inner workings. It seems that the bottom rung of Twilight knows little past surface. However, with the information that we have now, we are one step closer to understanding the motivations of the sinister team. Fascinating. How lucky was that you happened to be at the scene of the crime? There was no luck involved. We received an anonymous tip. We tracked this call, but the signal gone cold. I only hope that that brave soul who made the call realizes how appreciative we all are. What a riveting story! We'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned. You only brought back half the pieces? Call me a litterbug, I suppose. Chatale? This has all been a setup. I tell you, Sidro has been. She's been. Let me get this straight. You have been compromising our missions for the sake of your own violent and traitorous pursuit, and in the process, ignoring the code of conduct, preventing our noble operation from spiraling into total lunacy and criminality. Yep, that's our try. Chatal, what were you planning to accomplish? Innocent people could have been hurt or worse. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. Why'd you do it, man? Because, because, because I've had it up to here with you cowards. That's why. What do you really think you're doing with these small-time schemes, huh? Who are you really gonna stop? Apex will just be back at it within the hour, continuing their death march across the region, harming its people and Pokemon. And what will you be doing? Sitting around patting each other on the backs for plans that a Slowpoke could come up with. I'm sick of it, and as you figured out, I'm not the only one. Our plans are meant to stall this death march until we find a way to blow the lid on their true intentions. You went way too far. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's giving the workers real time really hurting Apex cause. You know, the workers who just want their paychecks because they have mouths to feed, all you're doing is hurting the people you're supposed to help. And your methods of dropping 50 tons of snow on their heads is better? You can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, Topaz. I know what I'm doing, and you don't. As this circus you call a rebellion is proven. You know what? I'll show you all what it really means to be rebels. And when you do, you'll be begging me to run this show. Oh boy, Sidra. Allow me to apologize for the undeserving reprimands. How long has he been at this? As long as me and him have been on the team together, who knows what he's done besides the stuff we now know about. What now? There's vigilance among villages. He's probably told his traders to make off with everything they could. No point in chasing them. It's pointless. I say they're too dangerous to take the risk. Best to get it known to the rest of Twilight that Chateau is no longer to be trusted as an admin. Thank you for all your help, Fire. You come deeply wrapped in our mess, and I apologize for that. But you've proven an invaluable asset. You may not be an official Twilight operative, but you're welcome in our ranks any time. Well, Chai may be gone, but now everyone has definite proof the avalanche was our fault. This ruins the idea that Twilight are just a bunch of troublemaking thugs, and makes us higher priority targets than ever before. Unfortunately, yes. Thankfully, our true nature is still concealed. Those captured grunts could have known more than usual about Twilight's inner workings, even if Chao had been commanding them in secret. This isn't ideal, but it could be worse. Well, let's not waste any more time. You're free to go, Fire. I suggest you go back to your hometown as soon as possible and make sure your friends and family are safe. That goes for you too, Sid. Chao is going to be particularly angry at both of you. If you catch a glimpse of Chao and his men anywhere, don't hesitate to contact me. Oh boy, that was a very chaotic episode. I think that's a good spot to wrap up. In the next episode, I believe, are we going to get a badge or are we going to go back home? We're going back home. So that next episode, we will do that and hopefully get our 7th gym badge. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and leave any comments in the comment section. With that being all said, I will see you guys next episode. Catch you guys then.